Hey guys, I'm Felicia, or Teddy is Fluffy, a player for Misfits Black Valorant, and today I'm going to be going over some tournament winning plays that you can apply to your next games.
It looks like this is going to be a fast take here on the B side from UT.
Jet hops out here, gets blinded, but knows that his role in the round is to be the space taker. He stays alive, manages to get one pick with his teammates scaling up behind him.
Sin finds another, finds two!
Three? Sin with the three?
He does get the third!
His backside angle is just so hard to play against, but he does a good job of holding that headshot angle. Once he gets his two, he knows that there's a third guy going to be coming from stairs, and he swings out and catches him on the timing, catches him off guard, and wins the fight.
And he finds Luke the Legend, who's just Kobe, who finds Sin back tight.
If we look really closely at how this Killjoy is going to peak here, we can understand how you're supposed to be isolating fights with these angles. You never want to overswing on these angles and swing into two people at the same time. This Killjoy does a good job of holding a narrow angle just so he can get this first pick.
Kobe finds a second. We know what he can do in these situations.
Full health and a dream.
And I really like what he does here. He shoots at the wall because, you know, everything in Valorant is made of cardboard. And he baits out the shots from the two guys who are holding him, displacing their crosshair. And he swings just wide enough to catch off the next guy. And now he knows that the other guy is Boathouse. And all he has to do is just swing on him. He's 1 HP and he gets the kill. This is a beautiful example of how you can turn a 1v4 round that looks like it's impossible to win into a situation where you're now up 12-7 ready to win the game.
Oh, he gets a chip damage! Another! Why Vanny finds the clutch, Kobe!
This next clip, we're going to look at how Western Kentucky turns a 3v5 retake into a win.
Down in the open, which I think will be good for them. We've got all three of WP's players trying to retake here together from Sam.
They're doing a good job of grouping together here. They clear out under. They're aware that Breach is on drop. He threw a stun over from drop, so they're going to be looking over there. And you can see with the scaling of these three players that we have two players looking towards drop, not visible to sight. And then Raze is scaling up towards sight, looking for any players that might be swinging out. Raze swings out off of that contact, gets the pick from top site, and then these two players, after they kill the drop player, they double swing the site players together, trade it out, double swing the next angle together, trade it out, and now all of a sudden we're left in a 2v1.
Oh, and they don't have a lot of time, and Zay is gonna get rid of Rubber Ducky.
Oh, that is just so unfortunate.
So you're finding it hard to be winning your pistol rounds. Your side crunches aren't working and your teammates just aren't scaling properly. Well, this is a great example of how you can win a pistol round by isolating your fights and find the perfect timing with site splits with your teammates. So we can see that this round starts out with the attackers being split between B link and A main. Now, I know the obvious split is to go for Art and A main, right? But with Pearl specifically, when you're taking this space, a lot of the times, Link is easier to take than Art, especially when you smoke off this line of sight. So any utility that you use that's going to be blocking the enemy's line of sight and breaking crossfires is going to be really beneficial to the fights that you're going to be taking with you. They smoke off this Link, the bottom B player, if there was one playing here for contact, no longer has a crossfire held with this Link player, so now he's isolated. These players scale up together. Jet is ready for one to be swinging him, but doesn't actually cross this corner fully to commit to chasing this guy down until this guy is with him. So waiting for your teammates to throw utility before you commit to swinging is always really good. Giving them a call and be like, hey, let me flash this and we'll swing up together. A lot of the times is going to be the difference between you winning that fight and getting traded out versus you're taking ones and your teammate dies in front of you and then you die because you weren't ready to trade him. You guys are now scaling up together. We see that Auburn scales up all the way. This Astra is getting ran down at this point. They scale up, and at this point, it's just a free crunch onto site because they've spaced perfectly. They're all scaling up onto site at this point. They're not taking any more individual fights. And they decide to go for some ego peaks. And the thing with going for ego swings, if you're up heavy numbers, I'd say always ego swing, ego hunt with your teammates so that if something goes wrong, you're ready to immediately trade them and just be right up behind them, ready to get the player that just killed your teammate. Alright, that's going to be it for today's video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and hopefully you guys learned something new that you can apply to your future Valorant matches.